MGK has captured the spotlight once again after sharing a new and tender glimpse of his and Megan Fox's baby girl, Saga, a moment that instantly reignited worldwide fascination with their evolving relationship, their family dynamic, and the emotional chapter they are currently moving through. The footage, showing MGK in a quiet, vulnerable moment before a show, included a brief but meaningful interaction with little Saga, and fans immediately recognized it as one of the rarest looks into his life as a father to his newborn daughter. With Saga born on March 27, 2025, she is still only months old, making every sighting deeply notable, especially because both MGK and Megan have been selective, protective, and intentional about what they reveal. The glimpse, featuring MGK calling the moment the best start to his day, spread across social platforms, where viewers celebrated the soft sincerity in his voice, the gentleness of the interaction, and the emotional growth on display. This rare update comes after months of public curiosity surrounding MGK and Megan Fox's personal lives, especially after their breakup and gradual movement into a co-parenting rhythm. Even though they have not officially reunited romantically, the shared presence around their daughter has sparked ongoing speculation that their bond may be shifting again. Megan has previously spoken about her postpartum journey, marking it as a time of physical healing, emotional recalibration, and internal strength building. This context gives new weight to MGK's recent glimpse of Saga, suggesting unity, respect, and quiet connection during a deeply transitional season for both of them. Unlike the theatrical, fiery era that defined the earlier years of their relationship, this new phase feels softer, calmer, and more grounded in family, reflection, and personal evolution. To understand why this moment exploded across pop culture, it helps to revisit the intensity of their history. MGK and Megan first met in 2020 and became immediately enveloped in a whirlwind of passion, symbolism, and cosmic language. They referred to each other as soul-bound mirrors, twin flames, and spiritual counterparts. Their engagement in 2022 became one of the most sensational celebrity announcements of the decade, complete with mysticism, emotional vows, and a ring described as intentionally painful to remove. Their red carpet appearances became artistic statements, and their relationship turned into a cultural phenomenon powered by desire, rebellion, tenderness, and chaos intertwined. Fans weren't just watching a romance, they were watching two public identities fuse into a mythic storyline. But the fire eventually cracked. Public signs of separation appeared: removed photos, cryptic captions, distance at events, emotional hints of betrayal, and Megan openly addressing personal transformation. The couple stepped into an uncertain phase, one defined by space, reevaluation, and independence. What nobody expected was a new baby, a new chapter, and a new symbol of connection. When Saga was born on March 27, 2025, the world learned about her name, her meaning, and the shared commitment that came with her arrival. Her full name, Saga Blade Fox Baker, felt poetic, powerful, and unmistakably aligned with the dramatic identity that has always surrounded the couple. Still, even with the magnitude of the news, they revealed almost nothing visually, until now. That is why this latest glimpse matters so much. It marks the first clear emotional window into MGK's life with his infant daughter, and it shows him in a posture not of performance, but presence. The gentle drum tapping, the quiet moment before a show, the warmth in his expression. It contrasts sharply with the wild, electrified persona many associate with him. Fans flooded comment sections expressing shock at how fatherhood continues to soften him, noting how different he seems from the chaotic rock persona who once embodied volatility and artistic rage. The reactions have ranged from heartfelt admiration to emotional nostalgia to hopeful speculation about reconciliation with Megan. Meanwhile, Megan's positioning in this story adds depth and complexity. After giving birth earlier this year, she opened up publicly about postpartum experience, not in dramatic outbursts, but in thoughtful reflections about identity, femininity, and recovery. Observers viewed her words as a powerful declaration of selfhood outside the intense narrative she once shared with MGK. And yet the arrival of Saga ties their lives together in a new and permanent way, one that transcends romance and enters the realm of lifelong family connection. Their dynamic now appears to be one of cooperation, respect, and careful rebuilding, even if they are not officially back together. This makes every shared moment, even indirectly shared, feel meaningful. Fans have been reflecting on how different this phase is from MGK's earlier fatherhood experience. His older daughter, Casey, has long been described by him as his grounding force, the person who kept him steady through fame and turbulence. Now, with Saga, viewers see a continuation of that emotional growth, a new softness forming in real time. Comment threads highlight how MGK appears calmer, more centered, and more emotionally anchored. Some fans express that this may mark a more mature era in his artistry, one shaped by fatherhood, healing, sensitivity, and reflection, instead of volatility, rebellion, and emotional extremism. Entertainment watchers also note how this moment reframes Megan's narrative. Known for strength, sensuality, bold transformation, and spiritual language, she now moves through public life with an air of rooted womanhood that carries the reality of postpartum experience. Her connection to MGK, though changed, is not erased. Saga represents a shared creation, not metaphorical, not symbolic, but living, breathing, and deeply human. This is not the theatrical blood-drinking era. This is the era of cradle rhythms, quiet mornings, healing bodies, and emotional reconstruction. Another layer adding intrigue is how private they have been with Saga. Unlike many celebrity parents who monetize visibility, MGK and Megan have chosen rarity, intention, and control. This makes every glimpse feel like a discovery, a privilege, a chapter unfolding. Fans remark on how Saga's presence has brought a surprising softness to both of them, reshaping public perception. Even gossip outlets known for sensationalism have shifted tone, speaking about MGK's fatherhood with warmth rather than chaos. Some viewers speculate whether this new glimpse suggests reconciliation, but insiders emphasize that their relationship status remains undefined, not broken, not labeled, but evolving. Instead, what is visible is partnership, mutual respect, and shared emotional gravity. Whether romance rekindles or remains past tense, the bond through Saga will continue to shape their lives, their decisions, and the public's fascination. As reactions continue building, the momentum has not slowed. The video clip is still circulating, fan edits continue multiplying, and discussions about MGK's emotional evolution continue rising. Viewers are expressing that this feels like a new chapter not just for him, but for the cultural story surrounding him. A story that has shifted from flames and drama to softness and fatherhood. Many fans say they are moved, surprised, and touched by this more vulnerable side of him, and some describe it as the most authentic version of him the public has ever seen. What happens next remains unwritten. Will Megan appear publicly alongside Saga? Will MGK release music influenced by fatherhood? Will their co-parenting evolve into reunion or remain peacefully separate? Will Saga remain mostly unseen or slowly become a visible part of their world? These questions remain open, and that openness fuels the fascination even more. For now, what is certain is that this new glimpse has recentered MGK not as a shock-driven rock figure, but as a devoted father experiencing a life chapter defined by gentleness, growth, and emotional depth. Fans continue watching, waiting, refreshing feeds, sensing that this moment marks the beginning of a lasting shift. One thing is clear, MGK and Megan Fox, through their daughter Saga, remain compelling, magnetic, and culturally gripping in a way few celebrity stories ever manage to sustain. And as long as moments like this continue to surface, the world will continue to follow every subtle development, every shared moment, and every evolution of their remarkable, intertwined journey. Make sure to like, subscribe, and stay tuned for more celebrity updates just like this.